And one of the things that we've found over the past few years, Jay, is that the use of the internet by mortgage consumers is steadily growing.
Okay.
More and more consumers are turning to the internet to get information around arranging a mortgage, and a small but growing segment of mortgage consumers are turning to mobile apps because we're in a fast-paced, ever increasingly fast-paced environment where you want information at your fingertips.
Aren't we ever?
Yes.
I appreciate that. So basically you've gone, as the saying goes, you go where the puck is. So you've been able to provide the public with information how and to make it easy for them to access it, so that wherever they are, however they want to, they can receive it and then churn that out and make good decisions.
Absolutely. Our consumer app, which is called Ready Set Home, can be downloaded onto any Android, Apple, or BlackBerry mobile device. And it's a free app. And of course, CMHC's objective there is, again, to help consumers make responsible and informed decisions around home buying.
Well, that's good to know. What's it called again?
It's called Ready Set Home.
So we need to go into either an iTunes, Apple, or any other platform and go Ready, Set, Home. That's it.
Or you could simply go onto CMHC's website, cmhc.ca/mobile.
Okay, and that'll get that for you as well.
Yes.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
So now, going back to our conversation, we talked about another part of home buying, and that is, we know that we want to buy. We know they're looking into the side. You've been studying all of these trends to make sure. But what about, are you financially ready? Just tell the public some of the things that they would know if they haven't got the time to go on. Is what does it mean to be financially ready to buy a home?
Yeah. So after one has decided that home ownership is right for them, the next step is to definitely decide whether you're financially prepared to make a purchase.
Okay.
CMHC has 5 different calculators that home buyers can use on our site, and you would just click in calculator and it'll come up on our site to help you make a very informed decision. So we have everything from a premium calculator, a budgeting calculator, a mortgage payment calculator.
Yes.
It's important to know what the lenders will be looking for, and essentially they will be looking at your the affordability factor, your ability to repay. And they do this by looking at your gross debt servicing as well as your total debt servicing. So it's important for a consumer to do that for themselves and understand what are their housing costs and what are all of their total debt obligations, to understand what kind of a home they can afford.
Yes, yes. So, so basically you're helping an individual family not to get into trouble, not to over leverage, to play it safe, and thereby everybody wins. Is that correct?
Absolutely. You have to make an informed decision, and sometimes by going through the process of looking at your financial situation, you might decide that homeownership is not right for me today, but there are steps that you can take to prepare yourself. Paying down debt, building up a credit history if you don't have a credit history, saving up more of a down payment, or maybe lowering the house price that you've been looking for. Because
that's an option.
Absolutely. The first home you buy isn't necessarily your dream home. It's your first home. And sometimes you have to make some compromises to ensure that you're still financially healthy.
So what I hear you saying is that rather than waiting for that dream home, the affordability, or to show up, get into the market. Get your feet wet, start with what you can afford, and build your way up, right?
As long as you've determined that the benefits of home buying outweigh those of renting or whatever your other housing situation is at that time, like living with parents. The outcome is going to be different for everyone, but we do have to assess whether or not we're ready to make that step. As you know, Jay, there's a vast difference between renting and buying a home.
Of course.
Buying a home is not only a huge financial investment, but it's a big emotional investment as well. And you have to be ready to maintain that property, be ready to devote the time that it takes to care to that for that property. So there's much more than just living in the home. And
paying the mortgage.
Absolutely.
So again, for our viewers, because you've done this trends on study, I mean, everybody wants to buy a home, but can you give them 3 points as to the 3 main benefits of home ownership, 3 or more?
First of all, I can certainly say it's the pride of ownership.
Okay.
You're living in a home. It's your home. You're
Yes.
investing into
Sure.
your future, so the pride of ownership.
I can attest to that, yes.
The second is investing into yourself and building up equity within your home.
Okay, so tell me more about that. What does that mean in dollar figures or to a family that's coming new into Canada?
Sure. So with every mortgage payment that you make, that mortgage payment is broken out into your principal and your interest.
Sure.
Every time you pay down some principal, you're knocking down the balance of your mortgage and you're building up equity in your home. And as markets perform well, housing prices will continue to rise steadily over time. At least we hope that they will. And you're building up equity within that home.
Yes.
So down the road, your children need to go to university.
Yes.
You can dip into that equity and provide that, hope of education for your children. You need to make energy efficient renovations to your home. Well, you can dip into your home equity and make those renovations.
Give our viewers an example of what's an energy efficient renovation that they can do.
Sure. So energy efficient renovations can be anything that reduces the burden of energy costs within the home, whether it's replacing windows with energy efficient windows, replacing your lighting with energy efficient lighting, increasing your insulation, sealing up the property, adding energy efficient appliances or mechanicals to the home. And by the way, Jay, I wanted to mention that if one of your consumers is going to be buying an energy efficient home, then they can benefit from a 10% refund off of CMHC's premiums, and they can find more information about that on our website.
That's interesting. I don't think everybody, very many people know about that. So if they were to get, now define that, how would one qualify to CMHC that this is an energy efficient home and I'm going to get my 10%? That's a lot of money. How do you go about that? Tell me.
There's criteria on our website. So if they are purchasing a property, it would either have to be certified by one of the approved certifications noted.
That's required. Okay.
CMHC's webpage. So let's say LEED certified, R2000, Energy Star certified, or the home has undergone an energy audit by an authorized energy auditor. And the home will have to rate within a specific number on that scale. Mm-hmm. Up until March 2010, if a home rated 77 on the EnerGuide scale, the consumer could benefit from this energy efficient savings.
And how do you find these auditors and who pays them?
So auditors can be found on Natural Resource Canada's website.
Natural Resource Canada website.
Yeah, so it's NRCan.
NRCan.
NRCan, yes.
NRCan.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay.
So you can find an authorized energy auditor on there, and the cost is usually borne by the consumer. The consumer.
So that brings up the point, before we come to a close, the importance of the mobile apps and all of this information. One can not only learn and be efficient, one can save money by being informed through what CMHC is doing.
Absolutely, and not only saving money as we're getting into homeownership and arranging a mortgage, but also helping you after you become a homeowner. CMHC has a wealth of resources to help you maintain your home.
Okay.
And we invite consumers to sign up for our newsletter, which is At Home with CMHC, where we share lots of great advice and maintenance tips for new homeowners.
Awesome. Listen, that's all good news. Thank you for coming today. We appreciate what you're doing and what CMHC is doing as a body for us as consumers.
Thank you. It was my pleasure, Jay.
That's all for this week. I hope you enjoyed the show. My team and I work very hard to bring you wonderful guests and good information that we think is good for you. So if this is the kind of show that you want to see, let us know about it. And until next time, same place, have a wonderful week. This is Molly signing off. See you again. Bye-bye.